You know, when I take this wood down, and because I'm going to try not to move the motorhome until I come back from these 3 days to go visit that potential employer and get all the recycling and garbage. No, garbage, I want to try to get some tomorrow, at least get some of it away from here because the heat starts smelling inside the poop. Uh, but when he sees me tear this down or the bed, he's going to be upset because he's kind of grown fond of here, but and all the different things I designed that he knows I designed for him. It's some nice memories and some nice kind of appreciation of who he is as a cat on my part. But he's gonna notice me doing this and more in other places. And if I get that job and buy that trailer, he's gonna have a lot of fun with that trailer. Where I could even arrange it a way that a lot of the sound from the engine of the bike, not the bicycle, but the bike could be, if I get the little tiny motorbike to pull it. But he's gonna love it because I do think he fits that leash that I got. There's a dog leash, and I can arrange it with some fabric sewn in that he's less likely to get out of it. But again, I wouldn't leave him on a leash unattended. He would get out of it, but it's just be when I go places with him on the trailer and the bicycle. Like that island is off the ocean, and there might be some really interesting places along the beach that he'd love. Little crabs. I wonder what he'd do with little crabs, and I think they'd lose limbs, but they'd survive. And I don't think he'd eat it, which again reminds me of that dog for the West Coast Trail of the island. We were on a boat from one section, and the other end, the guy that owned the boat had a dog that would just eat the shells and not totally digest it, but would go through his system without hurting him. Been doing that for years. That dog, I don't know if my cat would start trying to actually eat an entire little micro crab, maybe. Um, but that'll be interesting. He'll be happy when we go on the bicycle and the trailer in the future, just like he will be at some point with the motorcycle. Except he wouldn't enjoy it for a 2 hour ride. Like if I go to the Yukon to explore at some point, visit there. If I have time off from a job that I raise money for that trip, I couldn't bring him with me for that. It's too much. Unless I do a setup that is really amazing, where most of the cargo space would be for his comfort, and I barely take anything, which means just my gear really, and washable clothes that is quick drying to wash every night, because I'd have to stay in a hotel and just rinse it and let it hair dry. Or maybe two pairs, because one could finish hair drying on top of the bike in a mesh. But still, I'd have to take a lot of breaks. It wouldn't be fun for any animal, really. I mean, a dog enjoys smells and things, but it'd be too much for a cat, I think, to just be closed up that much on something that shakes. Unless the cat is trained to be codependent, which I'm really not behaving in a way to create with him. But if a cat or a dog is codependent, then they want to be everywhere doing everything with their people friend. And because I don't think pets, because you call them pets, I don't think they call you masters in their heads. They call you like the person that has a lot of power over me, but that is my best friend. And hopefully a best friend that treats me well, because it'd be hard to kind of run away with some dogs, and cats do run away. And in big part, it's not always their hormones. Sometimes it's just you don't have relationship skills.